The time is 11 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, 5th of September 2017. It's time now for the Beer Channel 11 a.m. news report on this Tuesday morning, September 5th, 2017. Good evening, everybody, and good morning, everybody, and good afternoon. I am Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, and our top story in the Beer Channel 11 a.m. news is Hurricane Irma, now a Category 5 storm, threatens Florida and the Caribbean. The ACA decision highlights chasm between Trump's compassion and rhetoric and reality. Vladimir Putin says Trump is not as bright as he said Tuesday that additional cuts to the U.S. diplomatic staff are possible after similar cuts were made by the U.S. last week. President Trump will case more military sales to South Korea and Japan. Houston businessman Tillman further agreed to buy rockets for a record $2.2 billion. Crowd of Bangladesh provides plans to settle Rohingya on isolated island. Oxford Cambridge top world rankings as U.S. slips again. Syrian troops break ice siege on Deir el-Zor. Russia reserves rights to further U.S. diplomatic mission. New Clinton book blasts Sanders for less than damage in 2016 race. The Republicans' ACA repeal crusade now facing a tough deadline. The Hurricane Harvey death toll has risen. More than 60 people as cleanup efforts and disaster relief attempt to continue progress in southeast Texas. North Korea's 6th nuclear test may have involved a 108 kiloton bomb, according to a team of Chinese scientists. A Palestinian family was evicted Tuesday from the East Jerusalem house where they have lived for 53 years, the first such eviction in 8 years. Kenyan opposition leader Raila Odinga says he will not participate in a rerun of the presidential election next month as it's currently scheduled. U.S. factory orders post biggest drop in nearly 3 years. Looking at the latest stock market report, the Dow down 170.22 points at 21,817.34. SP 5 down 12.31 at 2464.24. Nasdaq down 32.83 at 6,401.50. Evidence found for mid-sized black hole near the center of Milky Way. Voyager 1, humanity's farthest spacecraft, marks 40 years in space. SpaceX test fires stage of world's most powerful rocket. NASA's Cassini spacecraft will crash into Saturn in its final screaming success. Zika virus used to treat aggressive breast cancer. New study offers support for prostate testing. New class of drugs target again. Agent to keep health and keep health. New class of drugs targets again. New class of drugs targets agent to help keep you healthy. Missouri mom donates breast milk to Harvey victims. Peter Chill News time is at 11:03 on this late Tuesday morning, going into Tuesday afternoon. Time now for Sports Report. Boston Red Sox will be taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Game time 17 p.m. at Fenway Park with Eduardo Rodriguez pitching. And the Wheaton Lions field hockey team will have a game against the Regis Pride at Nottingham Field. Game time 7 o'clock. Hurricane Irma could force Buccaneers versus Dolphins to be moved. And NFL's head coach views an anthem protests. Peter Channel News time is 11:04 on this late Tuesday morning, going into Tuesday afternoon. It's time now for a traveling and transit park. Baby! Let's study off on the MTA where it's looking good on the subway, commuter rail, and the ferries. And now look at the highways and byways of New England. Southfield Expressway at the northbound side, little slow between the Braintree Split and the gas tanks. Southfield Expressway 93 to the southbound side, so between Somerville and Boston. Mass Park westbound side, little slow after 290 395 in Auburn. 95 on the southbound side, it's slow between Fairfield and Norwalk. And up 95 on the southbound side, little slow from 101 in Hampton all the way down to Georgetown. 3 to the northbound side, it's slow between Hanover and down to Braintree Split. Route 6 on the westbound side, so between Chatham all the way up to Hyannis. But it's looking good in the 6-state New England region. Peter Channel News time is 11:05 on this late Tuesday morning going into Tuesday afternoon. It is time now for a weather report and the latest 11 a.m. advisory on Irma. Oh my. Look at that. 180 mile per hour winds, a Cat 5 hurricane, strongest since built since 2007. Center location 60.8 to the north, 58.4 to the west, mountain west at 14 miles an hour. And potentially catastrophic Category 5 Hurricane Irma headed toward the Leeward Islands, and preparation should be restoration in the hurricane warning area. The government of the Bahamas issued a hurricane watch for the Turks and Caicos Islands and the southeastern Bahamas, including the Eklunds, Crooked Island, Long Cape, Yinguas, Marijuana, and the Ragged Islands. A hurricane watch has been issued for the north coast of Haiti from the border from the Dominican Republic westward to Mont St. Nicholas, and Trump's watch has been issued from south of Les Mills, St. Nicholas to Port-au-Prince. Hurricane warning is effect for Antigua, Barbuda, Anguilla, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, Sabat, St. Eustatius, and St. Martin, St. Martin and St. Bartholomew, British Virgin Islands and U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, Vieques, and Calabara. Hurricane watch in effect for Guadalupe, Dominican Republic, Cameroon, and Algarve to the northern border of Haiti, Haiti from the northern border with the Dominican Republic to Limon, St. Nicholas, Turks and Caicos Islands, and southeast Bahamas. A 12-zone warning is effect for Guadalupe and Dominica, and 12-zone watch in effect from Dominican Republic from the south of Cabo Sangao to Asasano, and Haiti from south of Limon, St. Nicholas to Port-au-Prince. A hurricane warning means that hurricane conditions are expected for somewhere within the water. A warning is typically issued 36 hours before the anticipated first occurrence of trouble swim force winds and conditions make outside preparations are difficult and dangerous. In this case, for some of the easternmost islands, the hurricane conditions are expected within the next 12 to 24 hours, and preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion. 8. Tropical storm warning means that the tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere in the water, and in this case, within 36 hours. 8. Tropical storm watch means that the tropical storm conditions are possible within the water, generally within 48 hours. It addressed elsewhere in the Dominican Republic and Haiti, as well as Cuba, the Central and the Northwest Bahamas, and Florida, and should monitor the progress of Irma. For storm information specific area in the United States, including possible inland watches and warnings, please monitor projects issued by a local weather service forecast office. And for storm information specific area outside the United States, please monitor projects issued by a local national meteorological service. At 11 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time, I have Hurricane Irma was located in latitude 16.8 to the north, longitude 58.4 to the west. Irma is moving toward the west near 14 miles an hour, and this general motion is expected to continue today, followed by a turn toward the west-northwest tonight. On forecast track, the extreme danger score of Irma is forecast to move over ports in the northern Leeward Islands tonight and early Wednesday. Reports from the Air Force Hurricane Hunter aircraft indicate that max sustained winds under 180 miles an hour gusts. Irma is extremely dangerous Category 5 hurricane on the South-Pacific hurricane wind scale. Some fluctuation in intensity are likely during the next day or two, but Irma is forecast to remain a powerful Cat 4, Cat 5 hurricane during the next couple of days. Hurricane force winds extend outwards at 60 miles an hour from the center. Tropical storm force winds extend out to 160 miles an hour. Then later from the central pressure reported by reconnaissance. This aircraft with 931 millibars of 27.5 inches. Storm surge, combination left furnace storm surge, and large breaking waves will raise water levels by as much as 711 feet above normal on tide level, along with the coast of extreme northern Leeward Islands and within the hurricane warning area near and to the north of the center of Irma near the coast. The surge will be accompanied by large and destructive waves. The combination of live furnace storm surge will be in tide will cause normally dry areas near the coast to be flooded by rising waters moving inland from the shoreline. The water is expected to be reached at fallen heights above ground, and the peak surge occurs at the time of high tide. British and U.S. Virgin Islands except St. Croix 7 to 11 feet, northern coast of Puerto Rico 3 to 5 feet, and southern coast of Puerto Rico and St. Croix 1 to 2 feet. The deepest water will occur along the immediate coast and areas of onshore winds, while the surge will be accompanied by large and destructive waves, and surge-related flooding depends on the relative time of the surge and the tidal cycle, and can vary greatly over the short distance. For information specific area, please see product station by a local and national weather service forecast office. Hurricane conditions are expected within the hurricane warning area in the Leeward Islands by tonight, with tropical conditions are beginning later today. Tropical conditions are expected within the tropical storm warning area where hurricane conditions are possible. Hurricane conditions are expected to begin within the hurricane warning area in the British and U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico on Wednesday when tropical conditions begin tonight. Hurricane and tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area in the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and the Turks and Caicos and the southwestern Bahamas by early Thursday. And Irma is expected to produce total wind accumulations of 8 to 12 inches, actually maximum amounts of 18 inches across the northern Leeward Islands. Irma is expected to produce total wind accumulations of 4 to 10 inches with isolated maximum amounts of 15 inches across northeast Puerto Rico and the British and U.S. Virgin Islands, and amounts of 2 to 4 inches over the southwest Puerto Rico, the southern Leeward Islands, and St. Croix. The rainfall may cause light and flash floods and mudslides. As well as journey by Irma will affect the northern Leeward Islands and Puerto Rico and the U.S. and British Virgin Islands during the next several days. that swells will likely to cause life-threatening certain recurring conditions. Please consult product from your local weather office. And looking at the GFS model, and Hurricane Irma is gonna make landfall around South Florida, around Miami, Fort Lauderdale by about early Monday morning. That is most strongest hurricane in Miami if it were hit since Andrew back then to Andrew took the path from the Bahamas and down to South Florida. Well, went up the coast, and the hurricane will go up the coast, up to and it'll make landfall in the Georgia-South Carolina border. The GFS model 06C says. And another European model is going to make landfall in southwestern Florida and going up through Georgia. The Canadian model says it's going to make landfall around the Florida, Alabama panhandle. And the Navy GM models, this is going to make landfall in South Florida. And looking at a lot of models saying the model's going to take the storm to the northwest and get it through Florida. So Florida and the Caribbean islands need to be prepared for this dangerous, extremely dangerous and catastrophic storm, because South Florida has not seen a strong hurricane since Andrew back in '92 and the Lebe hurricane of 1935. Meanwhile, close to home, it's a taste of summer with sunny and humid conditions. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For today, most of the sun's about 84 degrees, southwest about 9 to 30 miles outside, 32 miles an hour. For tonight, chance of showers at main after 5 a.m., patch back up to 2 a.m. Upwise increase clouds about 65 degrees, south about 7 to 10 miles an hour outside, 31 miles an hour. Chance to 30%. Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms likely before noon, then it showers possibly a thunderstorm between noon and 4 p.m. Then showers likely after 4 p.m. Thunderstorms with heavy rain. Patch back before 3 p.m. minus 75 degrees, and south for about 6 miles on chest pages, 8%. New rain amounts between 4 and 9 minutes possible. So the North girls soccer home opener against Bellingham could be in jeopardy because of the rain. Wednesday night, showers likely and then showers possibly a thunderstorm after 8 p.m. Thunderstorms with heavy rain. Patch back after 8 p.m. 164 degrees, south for about 5 to 7 miles on chest pages, 1%. New rain amounts between a half and 3/4 inch possible for Thursday. Showers likely remain before 11 a.m. Patch back before noon. Otherwise, clouds about 32 degrees. Southwest about 6 miles an hour. Chest patch 70%. Thursday night, slight temperature showers before 10 p.m. Podcast about 33 degrees and chest patch 20%. Friday, most of the sunny. Podcast about 32 about 30 degrees. Saturday, most of the sunny. Podcast about 70 about 49 degrees. Sunday, sunny. Most of about 69 about 49 degrees. And from Monday, Saska 74 degrees. And currently in Taunton, it's few clouds and it's 77. In Naughton, it's fair skies and it's 79, humidity of 7%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news report on this late Tuesday morning, early Tuesday afternoon. I'm Peter J. Woods. Hope you have a good morning and afternoon and good party. Now we'll see you for a 5 o'clock report and an 11 o'clock report. Hope you have a good afternoon.